Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The numbers for Mixon last week, north of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
From the 27, Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Bobby Wagner, multiple times in All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll set up a throw. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They better be careful what they wish for ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. The Seahawks at 11-1 now on the year. And they've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Let's go.
It's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Von Bell. Now he's into the clear. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for the Bengals TD.
Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it? They were going to be in early control. Now they just have a moment to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot, but nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this means nothing so far. We've got to cover this, get it done. What do we want to be? It's like winning a title in August, right, in preseason. Doesn't count. Let's go ahead and get this thing done.
And this is incomplete. Looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Throwing on third down, Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
They'll fake it. Now Smith.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Here we go. Here's 2nd and a yard.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
To the air again, Burrow. Connecting on the out route here with Higgins. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try and run it in with Janovich, the fullback. And he's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Janovich.
His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams when a mistake happens.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. And he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far, even backed up late. They're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. First down, here's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 41-yard line.
42.
And Burrow going to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So,
well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Geno Smith getting ready to go again here on offense. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Geno now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Play action. It's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. A good pickup there at 22.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Smith. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 17-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Goodwin. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
Back to throw, Smith. Flushed out right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll sneak it with Smith, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Geno Smith scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, but their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Burrow will throw.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Smith.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Gino on 1st down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Gino. And that is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Myers' kick is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here we go.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
11 empty.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
Here we go.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. He will find his man Chase complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Again, it's Burrow. Caught right side, Davis.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
This down to about the 32-yard line. Burrow.
This one caught by Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
11.
Here's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first thing, and that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point inside the goal. And they are tied here in the fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Smith now to throw.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Smith. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. But a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That can finish things off for them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now it's Smith. And that is incomplete. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
Freaking out of bounds.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. And they take a knee. So the victory here for Seattle, and they were really helped by their defense.